Tell us all about where you've been, Nomad Ben. Tell us all about the finer points of living and traveling. Food, beer, history, nature quest. Every corner of us all to the great Midwest. Tell us all about where you've been, Nomad Ben.
This big panel, this reunited panel.
Yeah!
Alright, well, without further ado, I'm going to announce everyone out. We have, first and foremost, we have from Star Wars Rebels, Vanessa Marshall.
Woo! Yay!
And from Star Wars Clone Wars, we have James Arnold Taylor. And the Duchess herself, Anna Graves.
Yay!
We all have mics?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Hello there.
Hello there.
I like fell right into that chat. Wow. I didn't mean to take the center, but I'm surrounded by loveliness. Look at this. Oh, and my goodness, look at them all.
Hi, me.
You know, they've always said that Obi-Wan was perhaps a clone, but maybe the Duchess is a clone now, too.
See my friend sitting behind you.
I was
You're
going
going
to
to have
say,
to
the
move
people
the headdress.
There's Obi-Wan behind me as well. Yes, there it is. Oh my goodness, wow. How are you all doing?
Woo! Yeah.
This is day 2 here in Chattanooga. Chattanooga's lovely. How many people are from here? My goodness, most of them. Yeah, good. Who came from far away? Well, I know you win. We have folks here from Manchester, from the UK. So they came specifically to Chattanooga for this show. To meet us. I mean, come
so
on.
excited.
That is really...
Woo!
You got,
Welcome to Tennessee.
Yes,
And
welcome.
I'm so glad that it brought you here. That is amazing. Just to jump across the pond. I know.
I'm just blessed to be with two amazing actors in their own, actresses in their own right, and Vanessa. It's so, we're like dear friends, and we talk all the time, but we don't get to see each other all the time anymore in this new world. So it's so great to see you. It's great to see you.
So good to see you.
I think it's been a couple of years since we actually got to see each other in person.
I think right before we moved to Nashville, we had lunch. I think that was our last. That's the last time I saw you. Remember we went to Sun Cafe? I think it was.
That's right. And then I used the Jedi mind trick and got Anna to come to Nashville.
He was like, there's a show in Nashville.
And you were there.
I did it last year.
Yes, ICCC. Yeah, I was there in Nashville. Yes, we're in
Whose song? Did you see Hera in Nashville? There you go, there you go. Rebels crew with you that day,
Yes,
right?
it was a bunch of the Rebels were there. It was amazing. Yes, we're all part of the Sabak playing. There it is, represent. That's right. We're going to try and have monthly Sabak games online in 2024. So if you're interested, talk to us after.
That's very cool.
Who doesn't want to play Sabak? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
So now I have a little show on my YouTube channel called Clone Wars Conversations where I've got to interview Anna before. She was my first guest on Clone Wars
I
Conversations.
was, yes.
But I didn't get to interview you because Rebels, and I was on Rebels, but not, really that. So how has it been now? The show's over, and now you get to see what we've kind of experienced with Clone Wars. This wave of love coming in, gratitude for these characters that you've just really kind of immortalized in animation. It's pretty cool.
well, I'm such a huge Star Wars fan myself, so and I was trying to explain this to people that when we read it off the page, even when we watch it, it's nothing that we could ever conceive of, so that we're also able to enjoy the Star Wars entertainment as the fans that we are. So I feel the waves of love as well, and I have a friend here, Fitz. What's up? I was trying to explain to him. He said, "So you know all these people?" And I said, "Well, we met in Nashville, and I feel like we've known each other forever, and that's just sort of how it is with Star Wars families. So for that to just keep coming in waves and waves, it just multiplies, and we stay connected. and that's how it works. I mean, I've met the Manchester contingency, and yesterday, yes, we said hello to, there's a Hera cosplayer in the UK. I can't wait to meet her as well. And this is just what we do. We become friends and family, and it's just a very special experience, and it just gets better and better.
I was old enough to order that set of action figures that didn't come out, you know, at first. And I remember the next Christmas when everything was out, and I snuck downstairs, and I knew Santa had already come. And I came down, and I fiddled through, and I had got a lightsaber. And it was, I will admit, it was a Darth Vader lightsaber. It was red. Because I liked red at the time, you know, the color red. I just thought that was cool. And it was basically you remember those old red flashlights? Anybody old enough to remember those?
Yeah.
Just a basic flashlight with those giant Duracell batteries. And it was just a tube on the top of it with a little cap. But it was magic. It was absolute magic. And then you'd go to hit somebody and it just went, and it was broken. So it was like, not like these. Look at this.
Now, what color is your lightsaber there, my friend?
Anybody have lightsabers? Hold them up. Let's see. Oh, no. Red.
Red's not my color. Oh, yes. I knew this Obi-Wan would have right. Ooh, we got purple in the back, we got pink. A Barbie lightsaber.
She's Star Wars Barbie. Oh, and blue. Now, I like those double ones in the back there. Look at you. Should I be worried about you?
Yes, I'm about
Fine. Lights. Yellow. I like yellow. As my daughter would say, yellow. She says yellow. There she is in the back there.
Where, is there anywhere else than the character of Obi-Wan could you imagine him going? That's the thing, is like what Vanessa was... That's what like Vanessa was saying. It's like these stories were so new to us, and they were almost unimaginable. We would get these scripts and we would look at them and we'd say, oh my goodness, this is the direction this is going. But seriously, because you're so close to Obi-Wan, is there a direction or a mission unaccomplished? Is there, what would it be?
The ladies know the story, right? We need to tell the story of Obi-Wan and Satine.
Yeah.
There needs to be a campaign to start that story, to tell the story. And, you know, we're voice actors, so we can play them as young ladies, right?
Absolutely.
Just pitch our voices up to the top. It would just be these. They're like Ewan in episode 1. I have a bad feeling about this. You know, he just went up there, so I could do that. I think we need to tell that story. But as far as Hera then, do we know?
Wait, no, I'm not done. No. Because I just want you to know that Plo Koon is one of my favorite characters ever, and I have been secretly campaigning for years to Dave Filoni to bring you back to life.
Yeah.
And apparently George said it's not possible.
Well, see,
so I just want you to know that, yes, Obi-Wan, I have a million questions, but as far as Plo Koon is concerned, how did that sit with you?
It doesn't sit well.
Okay, right?
I said at Celebration this year, with Dave on the stage, I said, so if Darth Maul can survive...
Okay, that's what I said!
By Obi-Wan Kenobi...
No.
He was chopped in half.
Dude, the minute I heard like that, click, click, clack, I was like, oh, Plo Koon's coming back, you guys. I'm making it happen. I mean, if that dude can be like, well, he comes in. I was like, no, Plo Koon is gonna live. No.
I think, honestly, can you see the trailer? And the Lucasfilm thing? And then you see like a place in this, you know, kind of forest, and then you hear some noise and clattering around, and then you see like a hand, you know, reach over and grab something. Oh, wait, and then pull up, and it's him, and he's alive. Like,
Dude, well, here's the thing. I found a Halloween picture of Dave Filoni from 1,000,000 years ago, dressed up as who he called Plo Cool. So I was like, I know I can make this happen. But anyway, I just wanted to hear
that he hasn't, but you know, he said, no, it can't happen. George said no.
Okay, so he told you the same thing.
Yeah, in front of everybody. So I'm like, oh, wah. But Plo Koon is a wonderful character. I'd love to tell that story of how Ahsoka and Plo met. I talked about this last night with everybody. That story is a story Dave used to tell us. You know, he'd sit there and he'd draw his sketches, and he would draw a little Ahsoka, and then a younger Plo, and him finding her, and he'd tell the story of all that. And it's like, tell that story. It was on the Tales of the Jedi, but it wasn't. It was just a snippet of it. So, yeah. But what about Hera's youth? Is there something to be told there that we haven't seen? Or?
Well, I'm really grateful that she was able to. We explored that in the Bad Batch, at any rate, and I felt that that was a wonderful opportunity because I was curious about that myself, and that was a delight. You know, I got the call saying, "Would you want to play Hera as a child?" And that, nah, too busy, no. But it was interesting because how much of the Ryloth accent would she have? How precocious should she be? How timid should she be? In other words, if we know where she ends up, what's the most interesting version of a child that becomes Hera Syndulla? Is it one that's already got it all together, or is it one that's questioning things? And you can see where she sort of dances with rebelling against her parents and taking risks for the sake of flight, if you will. And of course, she loses her accent along the way, but
Madonna gained her accent. She loses. Madonna gained an accent.
Yes, Madonna.
Johnny Depp gained an accent. So
yeah, they all found. Yes.
If we hang out with you long enough, we'll just be talking like this.
Elizabeth, in the movie Elizabeth that came out in 1998, which I was a huge fan of, I was like, I know this, you know. I shall have no master. Oh, one mistress here, right? She was ballsy, she was awesome, she was like tough, and so I came into it with that legal attitude, but also, you know, being young and finding myself places. And that's why I loved it being Obi-Wan's friend so much, because she let her guard down with him. Yes, they sparred, but she let her guard down with him. So yes, that is very British, old medieval times. We could live there.
Indeed.
Hi, I'm Jordan. So if your Star Wars characters went to Starbucks, what would they order?
That's a great question, because Anna today got a venti, just like place coffee with oat milk. But the Duchess Satine, I think she would get like a cinnamon dulce de leche. She would be richer. She would be grander. She would jams.
I'd say a definitely red eye with like 4 extra shots, no cream. She's just gonna get it done and swig it down.
Well, I think I'll have to look at their tea menu. I always like a good milk tea. So yeah, so English breakfast. Decaf though, you know, I don't want to be like Anakin.
I'll take his caffeine. Obi-Wan is naturally caffeinated.
Well, Matt Lanter has this desire to create Darth Vader coffee beans. You know, the dark side and the roast, the dark roast.
Such a good businessman.
Yeah,
Smart.
so we can, so I don't know. We'll have to think about that, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Time still for questions.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and I'm going to sound like a broken record because I talked to you guys about this yesterday. But are there any conversations that you guys have had with Mr. Dave Filoni about Corky?
Corky? Yeah. Corky's my nephew. Auntie Satine. He's my nephew.
It's your nephew.
He's a cadet. He's my nephew.
Nephew. He has a tendency to look a little like someone. You know.
Everyone thinks the timing would work out that if there were a love child. Fanfic, let's go.
How many people in the room think that there's a possibility Corky is the Duchess and Obi-Wan?
Yep.
The Duchess is already They know something I don't.
And here's the thing, and this is what we talked about yesterday, is the interesting thing about that whole situation, from my perspective, is for me as an actor, I was always looking for more information. I was always asking questions about the scene, about the script. How do I feel about this? Well, where am I coming from? Where am I going? Who am I talking to? What's my point of view? I needed information as an actor. So there's no way that I did those cadet episodes in episode 3 about the corruption and the tea being poisoned, speaking of tea, and and Padme comes and helps out, and Ahsoka comes and helps out. I love those episodes. Those are girl power episodes. But there was no discussion of Corky's lineage, and if there was, I don't remember it. I don't remember me saying, well, who's my brother or sister back on Mandalore that Corky came from?
Yeah, I think that was convenient. But,
Yeah. So I don't know. So then when I there's no clear answer.
I think they like it that way.
Yeah.
Dave likes it that way, and it would probably come from George. Because you have to remember, Clone Wars was the last George Lucas Star Wars, and so maybe someday we'll get to that. We have about 5 minutes left, so we'll try to get through as many as we can. All right, Satine, step right up.
I would start by saying they seem to be your heroes, and it's so true. You're pretty so lovely. I'll do it fine. I do have a quick question, maybe a slight cheeky request. For Ms. Undergrace, if in a time where Obi-Wan and Satine was together and younger, what style of dress do you think she would wear?
That's a great question. You mean when they originally met, when he was the Padawan of Qui-Gon? Yes. Much more closer to the pink pants outfit. I always call that my active outfit. I got to ride a speeder, I was moving. Definitely much more active. Pants all the way. But I think she always had a flair for color. She always wanted to stand out. She always loved the intricacy of fabric and the beading. But I think that side of her really enjoyed that. So she wasn't a camping girl, because she could handle herself.
Would she have a scrunchie?
With calla lilies on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun to see. Boy, I hope someday, I really do as a fan, I honestly hope they would someday consider it.
Yeah.
I think we're ready for it. With the amount of Duchesses and Obi-Wans that show up here, the love for these Obatine, as we say.
I don't have this scar on my knee when you dumped me.
Oh.
Right? Isn't that what I say? Something like that. Right.
I think they should be drinking Obatine. It sounds like
And OBT.
Obatine. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Slight cheeky request. If you do happen to see the fashion anyway, beautiful jacket, it does not ship to the UK. If they ever wanted to consider, for that, there's such a thing as useful. If you might add someone onto this, because there's an important person not on it.
The Duchess is not on that jacket, yes. I think, I've talked to Ashley about how they need to do some they need more Obi-Wan stuff in her universe. Now granted, she doesn't own her universe anymore, so she's not in charge, but she has sway and she uses the mind trick. So I keep saying, they need to do like a...
Thank you. I met a couple of lovely women from her universe last year and sort of jokingly, said, oh my goodness, wouldn't Duchess Satine be wonderful to be represented more? And not just clothing and sweatshirts and jackets and shirts and skirts, but jewelry. A lovely fan made this for me last year, and then a lovely fan made me a Satine friendship bracelet. It's my Taylor Swiftie friendship bracelet with Satine on it from yesterday. So, I thank you for saying that. We'll mention it to Ashley.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, there was a Hope sweatshirt that she made. I think there were a couple of Hera things, actually.
Yeah. Not like photos of her, but themed. Yeah.
Hi guys, huge fans by the way. So this is going, question for Vanessa. You guys, I want you guys to chime in too. So I know you voiced Disney canon and Legends canon, Jan Orrs, alongside with Kakatara. So would you like to see Jan Orrs meet Hera Syndulla, but also would Obi-Wan and Satine have any other Legend Star Wars meet the current Star Wars characters in this universe?
I'd love for them to meet. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear their discussion. Yeah, that's a great question and a great idea.
I think I'd like to have a few words with Kylo Ren.
I think we all would.
Yeah.
Ray.
Ray?
Yeah.
That's an today.
Yeah, no, I love Ray's character so much, and I feel like she was always looking for a sense of belonging, which we all do, which is why we could relate to her. So I think that would be a great relationship, friendship. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's our time. Gosh, so fast. I hope you'll come out and see us at the tables if you haven't yet. Come on to do that.
All right.
Yes,